Hi there, I'm Pastor Femi Ajayi, and this is Champions Diets. I remember I wrote a book several years ago, I think 2006, exactly 20 years ago, and I remember titling the book Making Choices That Guarantee the Future. And I developed the concept of that book around a statement that I laid hold on then, that our lives travels in the direction of our daily choices. And I found that statement to be very correct and very, very true over the years. I've seen people who have wrecked their life by their choices and by their decisions, and I've seen people who have transformed their lives by their choices and their decisions. So God wants us to pay attention to the decisions we make. Why? Because the decisions and the choices you make will either empower God or disempower God, or empower the devil and activate his workings in our lives. Our life revolves around the choices and the decisions we make. Destiny are product of decisions. Decisions determines destiny. There are people that pray and fast that destiny to change without paying attention to the choices they are making. If you can change your choices, you'll be able to change the direction in which your life is going. Where you're going to be in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years, the next 15 years are product of the decisions you are making now. And where you are now are a result of the choices you have made in the past. So God wants us to pay attention to the choices you are making. So a victorious life is not by accident. A successful life is not by accident. A productive life is not by accident. A life that fulfills vision, fulfills dreams, and fulfills purpose is not by accident. They are based on intentionally living by correct choices. And God will want you to pay attention to that, especially if you're a young person. You still have time and you have so many choices to make with your life. Why? Because ultimately your life will either become a story of warning or a story of reward, a story of warning or a story of inspiration. There are people that have ended up becoming a story of warning. So when you have an example to tell people of what not to do, the example of the life that they live, or the kind of result that they have in life, become a good pointer to tell people what not to do. And there are people that their lives has become a story of inspiration by the reason of the choices you make. Your choices are very, very powerful, and they determine the outcome of your life. So if the devil is going to win over in your life, it depends on the choices you are making. Why? Because your choices give him foothold and empower him and activate his workings in your life. And if God is going to direct your life, gain the proud of your life, and make success out of your life, then you have to make decisions that include him, that empower him, that embrace his wisdom, and that utilizes that centers around his will, and that make you to be productive and be fruitful and make you to flourish. So don't forget this morning, your life travels in the direction of your daily choices. So to change our lives, to change your life, change your choices, to reroute your life, to redirect your life, to repivot your life. Change the choices you are making, and you see the result. I call you bless. See you another time. I'm Pastor Femi Ajayi.